Well, this looks absolutely ruined. It's coming to us for like an annual service. The owner was quite honest. They said, I'll just lift it out in the rain, I ride it to work, it's my commuter bike, it's a proper workhorse, but now things aren't working properly. Cost them £300 as just a general get to work. They don't go very far to get to work, but it's still a pretty essential piece of kit. Problem is where do you stop? And that's what the part of this video is going to be about, is, you know, we can easily rack up a bill. If you look at our workshop price list, you could say, right, I could definitely restore this to as good as new conditions, strip it all down, replace all the cables, replace the bar tape, get in there and do all the bearings. It'd be a £220 service, and you might as well have just gone to go and get a new bike off Facebook Marketplace or something. Thing is, our cheapest service, the bike check and tune, isn't really set up for dealing with a bike with this much rust. It needs this much cleaning. The sort of check and tune assumes that your bike is in generally good condition, but maybe the gears have gone out, the brakes are rubbing a little bit, something needs a bit of grease and some lubrication. What we're going to try and do in this video is assess it, see whether we can do it as cost effective as possible. I don't want to make this a financial write-off, so to speak. So here are the checks that are absolutely key to me. The very first thing I want to do is make sure there's no major components that are really worn out that are going to cost us money. And the big one with rim brake bikes is the actual rim surface itself. So if this is getting really, really concave and it looks like you're having to replace a rim or a wheel, that's almost at the point where you just go and get another bike. This is actually feeling okay. There's a slight convex to it, but nothing major. The brake pads are slightly warm, but still got life in them. The front wheel, I mean, this front wheel is actually fine despite all the rust. Again, the brake pads here are absolutely perfect. So while we're checking the wheels, just give the wheel bearings a little shake, see if there's some play there, that's okay. And they're actually rotating okay. You know, everything is actually sort of functional. So wheels are a big thumbs up. Next thing is bottom bracket, has that got any play in it? And it hasn't actually. Feels a bit rough, but it's definitely not rocking. The same with the headset. There's no rock in there. It feels rough, it feels rusty, but it's not to the point where it's got play in there. So that's a massive positive, the fact that those sort of three major components are actually still pretty functional. And then lastly, a quick look at the tyres, because tyres can easily be £30. And so we're just looking for any sort of damage to the tyre and whether it's gone past its wear mark. Again, typical Continental, like threadbare, but actually looks okay. That's our little marks there. So we're way off the wear mark. So generally speaking, it looks way worse than it actually is. One last check, and that is the chain checker. This gives us somewhat of an idea of what the gears situation is, and this is not accepting a 0.75 stretch. So even though the chain is rusty, still not overly warm. So my plan is to try and get this back up to spec as quickly and as cheaply as possible. I think we're going to get the chain off, give that a run through the sonic cleaner, get rid of all that rust. We're going to go around with a whole load of GT85 and tidy up all this rust. Probably going to pull the cables, just trying to lube up the cables rather than replace them. And then we'll probably replace the rear brake pads is the only thing I'm going to replace. We'll lift the headset, check the grease in there. Other than that, it's just basically a clean lubrication job. See if we can get it running. So I'm going to set the stopwatch off, see how long it takes. Okay, we are almost done. This is at about 20 minutes in the sonic cleaner now, and it's kind of getting there. So what we've done so far is clean down everything, replace the brake pads, set them back up again. We pulled the cable through as far as we can and tried to lubricate the cables. Bottom bracket is actually spinning better than a lot of high performance bikes, which is amazing. Pumped the tyres up, checked all the tyres, and yeah, now we are at 45 minutes and we've just got a chain to sort out. Determined to reuse this chain rather than just fit a new one, because I don't want to get into that situation where we put a new chain on and then nothing else kind of works. I think this will be okay, just looks really bad. Okay, and really we're just going to use a wet lube on this. Obviously needs it. We might need to do a couple of runs with it. Let's have a quick look at the gears. You have to forgive that sound until we get to it. We'll just have a little bit of cable tension to add here. Keep working this chain. I'm going to wipe off the excess, give it a bit more oil, and it'll get there. Just going to grab clean cloth and just go through a quick final wipe down, just get rid of any sort of grease marks and my fingerprints. And the last job is just to set the headset and do a bolt check. And importantly, don't just trust all the bolt torques, like to give it a proper test, like really lean into the handlebar, make sure that's not going to collapse. Give this a good wiggle, make sure that everything is tight, make sure wheels are good, saddle's not going to move, and we are done. Okay, we are on 54 minutes and a few seconds, new set of brake pads, we're good for another few months of commuting. Job done. So we've got under the hour's worth of labour, and I think that is a pretty good deal.